time for a look at your West Tennessee forecast with meteorologist Brian Davis.
And good evening, everyone. A look at your weather. A lot happening in the next couple of days. It's been a pretty quiet night out there, but things are about to change for us. Now, we've got, 3 out of 5 models are showing we could have a little area of showers and storms in here as early as around sunrise. Now, the main threat, though, is going to be definitely towards the evening hours with this. Let's go ahead and take a look. Pretty quiet out there right now, 66 degrees in Savannah. We've got 68 right now in Jackson. Temperatures across the board, it's a little warmer to the west. Look at that, 77 in Covington, 75 in Memphis. Temperature has actually been rising over the last hour. We kind of dropped down, and now we're kind of headed back up. And that's because a warm front is lifting in. So normally the time of the day when temperatures would steadily be going downward, warm front comes in. We start to see temperatures going back up a little bit, and then they'll probably fall a little bit towards the early morning hours. But yeah, a lot happening. There's those typical southeast winds blowing into the big low and the big frontal system that's coming our direction. This is a typical scene. Winds start to shift more out of the south and east. And so, all this is kind of setting up for bad news. All right, radar. I just want to show you something. Let me put on all the tornado and severe thunderstorm warnings. There's a lot happening out there. Severe thunderstorm watches. That's the pink area showing up. And we've had numerous tornado warnings out there in portions of Kansas and Oklahoma. So again, that's part of that system heading our way. And you can see that tornado watch extending just into the upper right, or upper left of the screen there too. So it's getting a little closer. See that? It's extending down into West Plains there, not that far away. So again, things are really cranking up. This is kind of coming our general direction here. And so likely, we're seeing it in many different facets, for whether it's weather models or looking at the radar, the wind patterns out of the southeast, all the things that I'm used to seeing before we get a major weather event here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the surface map. We'll show you what's going on. Warm front lifting into West Tennessee. You can see it kind of lifting in across West Tennessee there. Severe storms are going to be in that warm air sector as that cold front comes slamming in behind it. And then you got the mid-level winds that are roaring overhead. Here's tonight's severe weather outlook. Now notice it just clips the western counties of West Tennessee in that 1 out of 5. That's because the chances of a thunderstorm getting in here before midnight, there is a very small chance we could see that. But again, most of it is going to be during the day tomorrow. Let's move forward. Here's tomorrow's outlook for Monday. Not much of a change all weekend. A good northern half chunk there of West Tennessee in the orange. That's a 3 out of 5. Of course, 5 would be the worst level of expectations for severe weather. 3 is on up there. We haven't had that, but I think maybe one other time. But it's, more of a rare event there. And the rest of us are in that slight risk, 2 out of 5. But the thing is, in any of this area, we can't rule out severe storms and tornadoes. It's mainly just the orange areas that have the better chance of having to deal with a tornado. Then, to add insult to injury, we've got the outlook into Tuesday. And it's a slight risk right now. Hopefully it doesn't go higher. But it could, guys, it could. But that's all of West Tennessee. So we're going to be here both days. We'll be live. We'll be tracking the storms. Our storm chaser, Dakota Strawn, is going to be bringing us some live footage of some of the storms, and we'll be tracking them on radar as well. So tune in. If it gets rough at your house, definitely check in. We'll be tracking your areas. Here's a look at Futurecast. I'm going to go slow. Times at the top next to Monday. You can see there's a 7 o'clock hour in the morning. Here's 8 a.m. Here's the 9 a.m. hour. And you can see kind of pushing through Jackson, Savannah by about 10 o'clock. That's one model that was bringing the morning. Look at this one at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, super sales. And then I switched to another model that I thought was telling a pretty good truth here. And that's the evening stuff from about 8 o'clock onward, lingering into Tuesday morning around sunrise. So yeah, we got multiple waves of this. And then here goes Tuesday evening. See that? Here we are at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. and it gets real active there. Now, of course, I had to switch over to a less detailed model to go out that far, but we know both days are looking very active. So just to sum it up, we've got a little wave coming through in the morning. That's what you're seeing there. Could have some gusty winds and some heavy rain, some thunder with that. It's more of a straight line system that'll be weakening. There's 8 o'clock right through the heart of the viewing area and then right through Savannah. And then as we switch to the afternoon, could see a few pop-up supercells as 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then this has been showing up consistently, the late evening runs, from about 8 or 9 o'clock onward in the evening tomorrow. Now, Tuesday, it's pretty much just after about 5 o'clock, lasting to about 10 o'clock. And that's what you're going to see here. And again, kind of mixed it over. Here's the long-term model. And you can see from about 5 o'clock in the evening on Tuesday through about 10 o'clock is the worst of that activity. So, really 3 waves that we're watching out for. Here's your evening planner dropping into the low to mid 60s overnight. Hourly shows the raindrops in the air for 6 a.m. onward. Just know that could also have some lightning, some gusty winds up to 40, 45 miles an hour, and some rumbles of thunder could be included in that too. Coffee cast, basically in the mid 60s, dropped to as low as 63. And again, some of those rain showers could have some gusty winds going on in the morning, but mainly the further we get into the afternoon and evening, that's when it's going to get the worst case scenario where we could have severe weather in that time. Numerous showers and thunderstorms, both Monday and Tuesday, some of those lasting into the first half of Wednesday, few isolated showers Thursday, Friday, still a few isolated showers. The latest looks like the weekend could be looking pretty decent for us. Look at that. Low 70s, upper 60s, Saturday into Sunday. That would be great. But then to follow the following week, we could be looking at more severe weather. So it's going to be very active, as we've been telling you for quite a while now. For 3 weeks heading into the early May time, it's going to be active. All that severe weather we've been seeing out west, the patterns that cause all of that, well, they're shifting our direction for about the next 3 weeks or so. So, yeah, we'll be busy. We'll be here keeping you up to date. So stay with us there. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. And I'm sure I'll probably be right back in with you at different points throughout tomorrow live. Take care. Hi, everyone. I'm meteorologist Brian Davis, standing in the studios here at West Tennessee Weather Channel. We cover all 21 counties of West Tennessee, and no matter how large the city or how small the town, if there's severe weather in your area, we're going to be talking about you. Thanks so much for watching West Tennessee Weather Channel.